Hello everybody and welcome back. In this video, what I'd like to do is that I'd like to add the ability inside of our users page for us to select the users that we'd like to chat with. For now, we can't select them, but by the end of this video, we'll have the ability to actually select either one or multiple users and then have that state be maintained. So with that said, let's get into it and let's see how we can do it. So the first thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to close this database service file because we don't need it. And with that done, I'm going to go to my users page provider file. And inside of my users page provider file, I'm going to create a new function and I'm going to call this function update selected users. And once that is done, what I'm going to say is that I'm going to say that this function is going to get in a chat user and it's going to be _user. And then with this done, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say that if our _selected users list contains the user that was passed in, then what we have to do is that we need to remove the user. So I'm going to do _selected users dot remove, and I'm going to remove the user that was passed in. And if it's not the case, and if the user wasn't a part of the selected users, then what I'm going to do is that I'll take the selected users and I'll add to that our user. And then I'll add a semicolon at the end as well. And selected users, remember, was a list of chat users that we have added as a property to our users page provider class, and it maintains the state of the users that were selected inside of our list. And finally, once all of these operations are done, I'm going to call notify listeners to let the listeners know that they should re-render themselves. With this done, the next thing that I'm going to do is that I am going to go to my users page, and then I'm going to go to the users list and to the custom ListView tile instance that is generated for every child of our ListView. And I'm going to say that we are going to now, instead of returning false for our isSelected and nothing for onTap function, we're going to have some functionality associated with them. So if a user is tapped or a tile is tapped, I want to call the page provider dot update selected users function, and I want to pass them the appropriate user that was typed on by passing in the _user and then the index, and it's going to be _user, sorry, not user. And that's pretty much all we have to do. And then with this, I'm also going to now define how to select or how to determine whether a user was selected or not. So for that, what we'll do is that we'll take our page provider and we'll take the selected users list, and then we're going to check to see if that selected user list contains our user that is being currently rendered, and that's going to be _users.index. And if that is the case, then this function is going to return true, else it's going to return false. And if I do command save, you're going to see nothing change. But now if I click on a user, you're going to see that a tick mark appears. And if I click on them again, it removes, and I can click on multiple users and it works, and I can deselect multiple users and it works as well. And you can see the beauty of kind of decoupling the logic of the business side as well as maintaining state is separate from our UI logic, and that kind of makes the separation of concerns really clear, and it makes our code very precise to the point, and it's easy for us to maintain it as well as easy for other people to kind of get a sense of what's going on. So now with this, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to end this video here. But before I end this video here, since we're at the very last stretch of the course, I'd appreciate if you could either, if you haven't left a review, leave a review on my course. And if you have left a review, consider maybe updating the review and leaving a much more detailed review as to what you thought about the course. And this helps me a lot as well as future students that might want to enroll in this course. And as always, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to either contact me on Discord, the link to which you can find in the GitHub repo for this project, and the GitHub repo project link can be found in the resources section of this course, or contact me in the Udemy Q&A section, where I would try my best to answer your questions and queries. So with that, stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.